Yo, what up, world? It's your boy Kozzie, Kazi, Weapon We Up University. This is We Up You, the sports edition, baby. So we're gonna do a quick sports recap over the great games that took place in the NBA last night. First off, we want to start with the Mavs and the Jazz. Yo, shout out to Luka Doncic out there showing them how to get busy. Yo, for a young man, the kid has a grown man body on everything, and the way they had Rudy Gobert on ice skates was terrible. Like they was hitting him with the hezzy pull up, hezzy pull up. He out there spinning in circles. I swear to God, you would have thought he was a bottle cap. You know what I mean? But got to give it a big shout out to the Jazz. They took it as far as they could possibly take it. Mitchell, he showed up. He did his thing. He put up his numbers. But man, there's no matchup for Luca. When Luca get in his bag, yo, you might as well put it in the car, take it to the car, put it in the trunk, take it home. It's over. That's basically what the Jazz did. They're at home. It is over for their season. They had a good run, but at this particular point, looking at the Jazz roster, it seems like they always get to the point where they get to the playoffs and then they just fizz out. You know what I mean? It's like whether it was in the bubble, outside of the bubble, they give a great fight. They put up big numbers. They stars come through. Gobert, he's good on the defensive end, but offensively, he's not giving you anything. And I think a lot of teams are starting to realize is that when you go small, you may give up some boards, but if you add that speed and quickness on the offensive end, he can't shuffle them feet quick enough. So it'll help you get baskets, and then he's not giving you baskets on the other end. So I guess everything balances itself out. You know what I mean? But they really had the what was he, 2-time defensive player of the year, 3 time? I'm not sure to be off the top of the head, but they had him out there looking really, really, really bad. You know what I mean? And hey, moving on to the next game, we have the Sixers and the Raptors. I mean, let's be real, we knew what the end result of this situation was going to be before it even started. You know what I mean? But the fact that Toronto got two off of him, you got to give them respect. You know what I mean? They had Doc nervous. He talking to reporters like, hey, I did this, I did that. He's explaining his sports history to the guys. It's like, yeah, we know, okay, cool, but right now, that one chip you got in Boston with KG Pitts and Ray Allen, it's looking a little shaky, Doc. It's looking a little shaky. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta go ahead to come through, man, and you're gonna have to update that resume. You know what I mean? I think that you are an exceptional coach. I will not take nothing from you. I promise you. I know you know way more about coaching than I do. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even a basketball player like that, but I love all sports. You know what I'm saying? I'm a football guy. I eat these big broad shoulders on the screen right now. But in any case, though, the Sixers they pulled it out last night in a blowout, 132-97. Like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? The Raptors they came and it was looking like they was gonna put up a fight, and luckily somebody who hadn't showed up since he got to Philly. I don't know what he's been doing. You know what I mean? At one point, I thought the man was trying to get put out the playoffs so he can go on tour with Lil Baby and the crew. To be honest, but James Harden came through. He put up James Harden like numbers, so you got to give him respect for that. And Embiid is just a monster. Like to me, Embiid is the closest thing to Shaq since Shaq. Nothing else to say about that. If he would get on the blocks a little more, it'll probably be even crazier. But the man has such an array of skills. It's like, what do you do? You know what I'm saying? Like you catch him on the 3-point line, he hits you with the fake, and boom, he's at the basket. And if the big man, he get past the big man, ain't no guard taking no charge on Embiid. I promise you. Like that's almost like a career-ending charge. If that big man hits you, that's a whole lot of man right there. You know what I mean? But in any case, moving on to the highlight of the night, the oh my God, did you see that game? They're gonna talk about the Suns and the Pels. It was crazy. Shout out to Carolina's own CP3 coming up, doing this thing in a major way. I'm like, bro, he literally had a perfect game. Like, perfect. And that's not even in the sense of saying like it was a really great game. No, he didn't miss a shot the entire game. Like, how do you do that? You not miss one shot, not one free throw the entire game. Like, oh my God, man. Big salute to CP3. You know what I mean? Like, I can't even front. But the Pels, gotta show love. Didn't have Zion, but man, those boys fought. When I say fought, they fought. You know what I mean? Like tooth and nail. It was a Larry Nance Jr. sight, and I'm like, bro, I didn't even know he was on the Pelicans. You know what I mean? Like he came off the bench, he put up numbers, and of course I gotta show love to Bi's. You know what I mean? Bi. You know what I mean? That's another one. Carolina representative. He went to Duke, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm right with Duke like that. It's Tar Heel Nation over here. But in any case, Bi put up numbers. He really, really, really put up a fight, man. You gotta show love and give respect. You know what I mean? Like me being a LeBron fan and looking at how Bi doing down there in the NO, I'm looking like, bro, we could have had that in LA with Bron, but Bron, man, this win now mentality. You know what I mean? Like even when he came in the league, he was a monster, but he still had to grow into who he is. I'm like, bro, you got talent. Just teach these dudes, man. He probably would have had another 2 or 3 rings had he kind of held on to that. You know what I mean? Because the way these boys is balling, you look at Lonzo in Chicago, you know what I'm saying, and Bi and the No, like you talking about taking off days, but I guess you don't have AD if you know what I'm saying. So I guess it worked out. You got a chip off of it or whatever. But in the case, man, like I just see these guys blossoming into major stars. You know what I'm saying? But the Suns ended up beating the Pelicans, 115 to 109, came down to the end, nail biter to the fullest degree of, you know, like it took everything for the Suns to come through and do what they did. And then I'm looking at the game and I'm like, I just was thinking, like, what if Zion was in? Like that would have been even more crazy, you know what I mean? Because even though he's not the same height as the boy for the Suns, I can't even think of his name right now. The center for the Suns, but his body mass, the way he would have moved him around, whoo, that would have been nice to see on the inside. But anyway, though, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Suns, shout out to the Sixers, shout out to the Mavs. I came in the playoffs. Y'all did what y'all was supposed to do. It was an epic night in sports basketball last night. I sat back and enjoyed watching every single game. And we're gonna do it again today, man. There's more basketball on the way. We got Minnesota and Memphis. This is game 6. That series has been up and down. Ja has showed what he's capable of, and then sometimes he's come up small. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of Ja Morant, so I hope that he come doing through his thing or whatever. But I'm also a fan of Ant-Man. You know what I mean? He's up and coming out here. You know what I'm saying? D-Lo, he should do more, but I don't really know how to put a finger on him right now. So we're gonna have more great basketball coming up today. I'll definitely be tuned in and we can run this thing back one more time. But before we get off of here, I gotta touch on my favorite sport, the NFL draft. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because this draft was kind of weird, a little shaky, you know what I mean? Like what's going on? You know what I mean? We actually had something happen for the first time since like the early 90s. We had the top 5 picks were all defensive players of the ball, and being that the quarterback, is like the most important position on the field or whatever the case that everyone says. So, I mean, I guess I got to agree because he touches the ball on offense every time. So, if you can't got nobody who can control the ball and he's touching it every time, I guess that makes him the most important person on the field. But a quarterback wasn't even drafted until the 20th draft pick. Kid named Kenny Pickett out of Pitt University, drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I guess he's gonna always be able to get hometown cooking. You know what I mean? At least 8 to 9 weeks throughout the season or whatever. So hey, I guess it works. You know what I mean? My suggestion personally is, yeah, I might want to call Big Ben back. Like seriously. You know what I mean? Because if a quarterback wasn't drafted until the 20th pick, it tells you a lot about this quarterback draft class. In fact, to be honest, he was the only quarterback selected in the first round. So that tells you a lot about this quarterback draft class. Um, I don't really know what's going on. I guess the boy Baker is still in Cleveland. Somebody gonna have to do something. I mean, it wasn't any draft trades or anything of that to take place. I just could have sworn before round 1 was over that Cleveland would have made a move, but it seemed like they're gonna pay their backup quarterback $19 million to be a backup quarterback, and then after next season he's gonna walk, and you're still not gonna get anything from him. So Cleveland is looking kind of Clevelandish, I would say. But yeah, anyway, it's your boy Kozzie, Mr. Kozzie himself. Salute to you guys again. We had a great night in sports. This is We Up You, the sports edition, and we'll be back in touch with you soon.